This video will introduce you to O-snaps. It'll take more than one video to cover the full topic, but this will introduce you to object snaps. Object snaps are like homing devices on your cursor. When you're close to an endpoint, you home in on it. When you're close to an intersection, you home in on it. To turn on the object snaps, click on this white square button with a green square in the corner. Much like the polar tracking button we covered a few videos ago, Object Snap needs the settings made in addition to the on-off status made. So click on the white triangle to the right of the Object Snap status bar button. I highly recommend these 5: endpoint, midpoint, center, quadrant, and intersection. We don't have circles or arcs to practice with the center and quadrant, but we'll get to them later. AutoCAD ships with extension on. Try it. I don't see the need for it. These 5 have worked fine. I'm content with keeping them up. So maybe email me if you have a different setting than these 5. Click in blank space to close the selection set. Click the line icon. Notice when you're near an endpoint, a green square appears. Anytime you see that green square, feel free to click your left mouse button and your line will home in on that endpoint. O-snaps only work when the command prompt is saying specify point. First, next, base. The words specify and point must be on the command prompt for object snaps to work. Now the command prompt says specify next point. There's those words specify point. I can home in on midpoints when I see the green triangle. Here's another green triangle. When I see the green triangle, I'll hit perfectly on the midpoint of the object. You can zoom in while drawing a line, remember. Here I'm going to O-snap at the intersection of these. I got to be very close because there's a lot, the intersections of polar tracking lines. I'll click on the intersection of these 2 lines. Click on the midpoint when I see the green triangle. This is a nice feature you've seen already. The intersection O-snap homes in where an existing object intersects with a polar tracking line. Very useful tool. When you see the X, you know the polar tracking line intersects with the lines. Click the left mouse button and your line will be perfectly attached at that intersection. Again, endpoint, again midpoint, again midpoint, intersection. Cursor slowly come down a polar tracking line. When you see the green X, that's a O-snappable intersection. Click again. Don't forget, you can always undo and close. I'll hit enter to finish the line. That's about it for object snaps. Oh, you can turn them off. Even while you're drawing lines, you can turn them off and you'll be clicking at inaccurate points. Even though you're near, you're not perfectly at an endpoint. You can turn them back on if you like. There's the midpoint again. There's the midpoint again, straight down the intersection. Turn them off again. There's the intersection. Oops, there we go. There's the intersection, endpoint. Turn them off again. F3 turns them on and off. That's for running object snaps set by the button and can turn on and off with the button or F3. See you next video.